I like growth, and it's one of the reasons why I like Robin AI so much, and that's one of the reasons why I'm thrilled to be working with the senior guys here. When I joined Apollo, the AUM was 55 billion. It's now 800 billion. But it was just fascinating to be part of a journey. I'd never even heard of legal AI, and so I'm quite a curious person, so it sparked my curiosity. I was completely skeptical. I thought there was a human being doing it, pretending to be AI. And then of course you realise that isn't the case. Then when I first started working with Richard and James, and I saw the product, it was like, oh yeah, well, this makes sense to me. So as I say, I would frame my skepticism to ignorance. And it didn't take long for me to stop being skeptical, because I stopped being ignorant. I had a huge legal budget, but I was under pressure to not spend it. And products like this will just massively reduce legal budgets, because we go back to, I started work in 1996 at Clifford Chance. I'm physically marking up an NDA, charging the client. Now that can be done in seconds. As a buyer of legal services, I don't want to pay for something that doesn't need to be paid for. Why am I now going to pay for a trainee solicitor to mark up a document for whatever, £250 an hour, when I know that I can get it done with a firm like Robin in seconds, and it's then checked? I mean, that's the key, by the way. You've always got to have the human two eyes. The obvious analogy to use is an aeroplane. You can fly an aeroplane automatically, or there's still a human being there. And would you get on an aeroplane that didn't have a pilot? Of course not. So you have to co-pilot. Anyone that thinks that like a ChatGPT model of it's all done by machine, it's just not going to get the instructions from the best asset managers, the best bankers, whomever. This is what Robin does very well. Everything has that second pair of eyes on it. So what's interesting and part of the reason why I so enjoy being with Robin is that the biggest challenge I had was how, I'm accountable, but how can I be accountable? So let's go back to, 2012. Every single contract I am signing. And so to me, the biggest challenge was, how do I manage this? How do I know that someone hasn't made a mistake on a lesser document? So for example, on things like engagement letters or NDAs, how do I know that they haven't inadvertently conflicted the firm? I think I spent more time managing inter-fund conflicts than I did than anything else. So let's take a 20 billion fund. It's going to have about 350 side letters, because each investor will have nuances. If you get it wrong, you breached their side letter, which means they can withdraw their LP commitment. So the first point one has to realise is the consequence of getting it wrong is massive, because they can stop investing in your fund. A junior lawyer or even a mid-level lawyer is not going to actually know what Fund X can do and Fund Y can do if they co-invest, because obviously there are different investors in Fund X and Fund Y. And so to me, that was the biggest challenge, and that's why I think it's a massive opportunity for Robin, because when you can just feed in the matrix of a deal, and it can then look at all of the side letters and flag. It's so complex, and the consequences are so huge, that I think it's tailor-made for what Robin does.